What's up, everybody? It's your boys, Lane and Dad, and we're back at you with episode 9 of Howdy Radio, The Next Generation. It's crazy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, The Next Generation, episode number 9. 9! All right, so here we are. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We came back last week, and then we did another one this week. So we're back in the swing of things. Can you scoot up to the microphone, please?
I can? Okay.
Yeah, nobody's going to be able to hear you from way back there. So, we're so close to number 10. That's going to be awesome when we hit double digits.
We won't even be here for number 10.
Why won't we?
I thought, aren't we gone for a whole week?
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh,
So Tuesday and Wednesday of this coming week, we are going on another little mini family vacation.
In our favorite rocket trip.
And it's an extended family vacation this time. Lane's grandma and grandpa and aunts boyfriends and stuff, they're all going.
No,
so fiance, you're right, I'm sorry. So we're going to Mammoth Cave is the name of the place. Mammoth Cave. It's in Kentucky. It's a big, huge cave, and it's a big,
the
huge
size
like
of a mammoth.
state park kind of thing. So we're gonna go Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. Tuesday we're camping Tuesday night, and we're getting there and we're going hiking all over the place and stuff on Tuesday. Campfires and s'mores and hanging out with the family and all that stuff. And then Wednesday we're going to wake up and go to the actual caves, and we are going to go take a couple different tours of a couple different places in the caves. Are you excited?
Yeah.
You've never been to Mammoth Cave, right?
Nope. But you have.
I have when I was a kid. Tyler's been. He went a couple years ago.
That's the thing that has the stone from, right? The little, like, glowy stone. Was that from somewhere else?
I don't remember where that's from. I can't picture what it is that you're talking about.
It's a glowy stone.
All right, well,
like
maybe
purple?
he got the glowy stone from Mammoth Cave. I'm not sure. So we'll have to see if they sell glowy stones while we're down there.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can get one. So, are you looking forward to hiking?
Yes.
You always like hiking. Anytime we
love
go
hiking.
hiking, you always enjoy it. I do too. I love hiking. And the cave tours is, that's going to be the main event. So that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
And I know there's like certain ones that you go, there's like a ton of steps and some of them, and
Of course there is.
of course, yeah. Well, I mean, they're
There's
deep
always a bunch of
underground and
steps.
stuff, and there's some that's
steps
like,
are my enemy.
yes, I know,
steps.
yeah, but we gotta do them. And I think there's like some that have like real narrow passageways that you kind of gotta squeeze through to get through, and yeah, they're pretty neat. I think we'll have a really good time. So I'm off work Tuesday and Wednesday this week to go down for this trip, which is kind of the only big thing we're really doing all summer long, because Disney makes it to where you can't afford to do anything else for the next 5 years.
Yep.
So, but it'll be awesome. So we don't really, other than that, we don't really have a whole lot to talk about with you guys this week, but we didn't want to miss a week. Lane wanted to talk about something, so what do you got, man?
So, RLCS, the Rocket League Championship Series, is this weekend. It's day 2 now because it's Saturday. So it is the World Championship this weekend. So, it's hard to explain.
What about it?
So, like,
You want me to explain it?
it's
people playing Rocket League, and there's commentators, and they're acting like it's a real, like, soccer tournament or something.
It mostly
but
is. They get $55,000 if they win the whole entire thing.
Yeah, which is a lot of money.
And if you get last place, you still get $5,000. So
Right
it's
on.
more than you
Why
get.
aren't you in this tournament then?
Because me and my friends did the qualifiers and we lost the first series. Sorry, I just spit all over you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you tried to be in this thing.
We tried.
What would have happened if you got it? Where is this? Where is this taking place at?
Now it's in Los Angeles. We knew we would not do it, so we just tried to see the best that we could do. So we knew that we would not do good at all. We just lost, and then we went to the losers bracket, and then we won one series, and then we were like, yeah, it was so good, and then we lost.
Gotcha.
So
when was this?
like don't even remember. A couple months ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So this is something they do every year.
It's every season. So this is season 3. So Rocket League has different seasons. So then it's like the updates. So they came out with season 3, and then that's when the qualifiers are. So I think it was April. No, before April, because they thought it was gonna come out in April. It was before April.
Okay.
What was the month before April?
Figure it out.
March.
There it is.
So it was like middle of March. So that's when it was.
How many teams are in it?
Well, now.
How many teams were there when they started?
When they started, like qualifiers?
No, like the tournament
like
this weekend.
Thing.
Yeah.
And there is, I think, 10 from NA, 4 from Oceania, which is new this season. Now God, I'm dying. This season they now have Oceanian players, and it was funny. I saw somebody who he was really confident that no Oceanian teams would win, and he said if an Oceanian team wins one game in a series, he would be a Carolina Reaper. So that's how confident he was that an Oceanian team would not win one game. So, I'm trying to think. There's...
So you don't know how many teams?
I'm trying, bro.
I'm confused. You just confused crap out of me.
I know, like, I forget how many actual teams, but, like, I know lots of the players and lots of the teams. I was watching it before we did this.
I was just wondering if it was, like, a Sweet 16 thing, like basketball.
No.
Or if it's, like,
I don't think so.
Final four or something.
Well, there is, like, the finals, because when you lose from the winner's bracket, regularly... Well, no. You would go to the loser's bracket, then you have another chance, and whoever wins the winner's bracket and the loser's bracket go against each other to see who goes on.
Okay, so it's a tournament like that, not like not like the basketball tournament is.
No, but then like now it's also
so
like
you could
that.
lose and you could still not completely out of it like the basketball
last year,
tournament.
which broke a record, was somebody lost the first game in the upper bracket, and then they went to the losers bracket and won the whole thing.
Gotcha.
So they won the losers and they won the whole thing.
Gotcha.
And now, I was just watching the game like an hour ago, and that team lost the winners bracket already, but they got pretty far. So when you go to the losers bracket, you start there, so you get a little bit of a head start because you got that far. So it's really cool. But you don't really care for Rocket League, so... I definitely care for Rocket League. I played 18 days, 16 hours, and 23 minutes of the game.
Sweet. No, I don't have anything against Rocket League. I've said that a million times before. But, I mean, watching a tournament of it isn't exactly my thing.
You should see these guys.
That's all right.
They're crazy.
Well, I think you should get better... And
I am.
That way you can go on the tournament next year and win a bunch of money.
I'm blaming my friends that I played with.
I'll take it. Maybe I'll start playing and I'll up my Rocket League game. And then I'll go to this tournament and win $55,000.
Sure, you'll totally beat J-Nabs and... No, G2 already lost. They're not in the World Championship.
So we've been playing... a bunch of Injustice still.
Yeah.
That's a great game. When we talked about it last week, and
I've
we're still
played
playing
a day
this
of that game.
Right on. So it's a really fun game. Me and Tiger were playing it earlier. I've done a bunch of the multiverses.
Good, you didn't say multiverse.
You're learning. Good for you.
You're learning.
But yeah, it's a great game. I love that game. I'm thoroughly enjoying that game.
I'm glad that we bought it.
Yep. All right, you got anything else to talk about this week?
I've been playing this game called Speedrunners. It's a gold game. Have you heard about it?
I saw you playing it last night.
Yeah, you heard me yelling about it because, It
looks like a pretty cool game.
It's a really cool game. So, it's just a race and then you get power-ups. But then, also, when it gets to, a certain time, then... No, I'm pretty sure when the first person dies or when, it's a certain time, then it goes in sudden death and the screen starts to cave in, and it's really cool, But when it's really dark and because it goes like a dark red then a really bright red, it hurts your eyes so much and it's really distracting. So like me and Jeremiah, we would literally play like one game because it's best of first person to get to 3, so best 3 out of 5, I think. No, it's just first person to 3. So the max you're able to play is, how many would that be?
I don't know.
7 games.
Gotcha.
So, it's really fun. And then at one point, me and my friend Jeremiah played for like at least 15 minutes of one game, and the screen was literally like this big of the TV screen, and it was crazy.
So for our audio listeners out there, it's a very small section of the screen.
Yeah.
Is how big his hands were when he was holding them up.
Yeah.
Well, right on, man. So
really
next week we'll tell everybody how much we loved Mammoth Cave. On episode 10, we should do something special for episode 10.
I have a good idea.
All right, cool. Well, we will discuss that. We're gonna, I think Instagram Live is something we might start implementing. We're using it right now as we're recording this. So I think going forward, we will probably start doing Instagram Live stuff. Yeah. So follow me on there, Captain Howdy 1027. Follow Lane on Instagram, Midder316. MIDDER316.
Yes.
So follow, because we're both live right now. So I think that's something we're going to continue to do. And then what we might do is we might start, like saying we're going to do it Saturday at 8 p.m., for example. So we know exactly what time, and people can be like, oh, I want to check it out tonight.
It's actually 8:28.
Right on. So that's it. Thanks, man. I don't know why I thanked you.
Yeah.
All right, later. All right, today's special guest is my good buddy, Brian Taggart. What's up, Brian Taggart?
Hello.
How are you, man?
Good, thanks.
So Taggart also, like Tyler, said that he's nervous. Why does everybody get nervous when they come on and do this show with us?
I don't know.
I have 2 cameras facing me.
Yeah. For the first time ever. Right now we're Instagram living this on mine and Lane's Instagrams. So for the first time ever, we're doing that. So that's pretty cool. So thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
For the rest of the interview, we will only be referring to Brian Taggart as Taggart. Because that's probably the first time I've said Brian in like 5 years.
I say Brian probably more than you say Brian.
Yeah. Probably.
Because I don't refer to him as Taggart that much.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You all do. You all call me Taggart.
Well, like, I don't always call you Taggart. Like, sometimes, like, because I thought that I didn't think that you were with them, so I looked on the futon, and then I asked Mama, like, hey, where's Brian? I didn't say, hey, where's Taggart? So.
Well, alrighty. All right, so Taggart is joining us today. Taggart did a couple old Howdy Inc. shows with us back in the day. He came in, you said Happy Keg is when you started posting with us on the internet. Mm-hmm. It was the forum, the message board that we posted on that we ended up, Howdy Inc. kind of took it over after a little while. So then you were on the Howdy Inc. board the entire time then, right?
Yes.
Cool. And we used to post all kinds of stupid stuff back in the day. And then as far as shows go, you were on one episode of a Howdy Show short, right? Mm-hmm. Which we only did like, I think 2 or 3 of those.
Were you ever on like an actual Howdy radio?
I don't.
Or were you on whatever the other one was called, the first one?
The Howdy Show.
Howdy Show. Okay.
Because we used to do the Howdy Show, and it was like all these little segments like pieced together as like one episode.
Yeah.
And then after doing that for a while, we kind of got tired of like trying to come up with multiple things to make one episode out of. So instead we started calling them shorts, where they were just one segment. Okay. So it was like, instead of it being a full episode, it was just one little segment instead of a bunch of them together.
But then you would make multiple of them, like it was
we
one
only
show.
We only did it a couple different times, though. It didn't last very long.
And then you did like actual things again? Or
no, we never did another Howdy
shorts,
Show again.
You never did anything else. So shorts was your last thing
of the Howdy shows.
Radio.
We were doing Howdy Radio at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there was that, and then me and Taggart started our own new podcast, I think this was after Howdy Radio ended one of the 100 times. And we started a show called Barcast, in which, shout out to Steve Lewis. We recorded it at a bar across the street from my house called The H. And we took this microphone and my MacBook and we went in.
You actually went to The H?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And we recorded 3, right?
Yeah.
3 episodes of Barcast. Like the first 2 episodes was just me and Taggart sitting there like at a booth drinking beer, and I have no idea what we talked about. I don't remember at all what our discussions were.
Did they allow you to podcast in the bar?
Yeah, they looked at us like, what are these idiots doing with a computer and a microphone in a bar?
Yeah.
But we know everybody there, so
No, into the bar.
nobody cared. And then the third time, the last episode that we did, it was like a big group thing. Like we did it with all of our friends that were there, and there was like 10 people sitting around the table talking into this microphone. And if I remember correctly, Taggart was freaking wasted that night, and I don't think he was like, I don't think he even really said much throughout the whole, like kind of like he's doing now.
Yeah.
But for different reasons. But I think he was wasted during that third one, and then that was it. We only did those 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And then we didn't do anything Howdy Inc. for a very long time, so that was that.
The Howdy short that I did with you was with you ripping your boxers off your body and putting them around your head as
with the Hulk Hogan theme music playing in the background. I think I was wasted then too.
A little bit, yes.
Probably, yes. Alright, so that's the history of what Taggart has done with us Howdy Inc. wise in the past. But now we wanted to get into just our little discussion with him. So Lane, why don't you go ahead and take it away, man.
So, like, I heard that you had a really cool action figure collection. What's with that?
I've been collecting action figures, at least, I'd say more than 20 years. I've had a bunch when I was younger. I lost them. I started collecting them again. I probably have around 50 or so, just odds and ends, different things. DC, Marvel, Ninja Turtles, you name it.
So, what all do you collect?
Well, I got...
You kind of just answered that.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, Ninja Turtles.
Is Ninja Turtles kind of your main one?
It just depends.
Yeah.
Basically, if I go in the store and I find one that I like, and it's cool, I'll get it. And that's how that goes usually.
It is. Well, let's go down to this one. Do you open the figures that you buy, or you strictly leave them in the box, don't touch them, because they won't be worth anything one day if you touch them?
Meh.
Meh.
Some I do keep in the package, but majority of them I open.
Majority of them you do?
Yeah, just like to, my room I have a, display it all over, so.
Yeah, stuff looks cooler on shelves when it's opened versus in boxes, I think. For sure.
Mm-hmm. Like I have
But what makes it to where, what makes you decide whether or not you're going to keep one in the box or open it?
How much it was?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because that would mean it's more valuable, probably.
I bought some Ninja Turtles a couple months ago. I got them at a comic book store, so they're roughly about $60 a piece. And
So those stay in the box.
well, they're out right now, but
Okay.
the box is where I could put them back in there.
Yeah.
And they'd be all right.
To show them off.
But they're all sitting on my dresser right now, kind of posed and that kind of thing.
Right on.
With my turtle van that I put together out of Mega Blocks.
What?
I have that too. Sorry.
I didn't know that.
That sounds awesome.
I feel like everything they were talking about, I never knew about. And I'm kind of shocked by this. Like...
Well, that's why we're doing this, so people can learn things, including yourself.
Well, like, also, like, with all the Howdy stuff, like, everybody's been talking to, this is our 9th episode now, and everything we've talked about, I've mostly not known about, except for Ninja Land. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I've not known about. That I have known about, so.
You've learned a lot.
Yeah.
That's a plus.
So, do you have a favorite figure?
Just depends on the time, I guess. I go through phases like, ooh, that's cool. I'll leave that out. But right now, I'd probably have to say those Ninja Turtles are my favorite.
Like which one?
Which Ninja Turtle?
Yeah.
Probably
Like-
Michelangelo.
Like, is there a certain like one of Mikey that you like, or is it, like just most of his that you have are really cool?
That one that I just bought is probably my favorite of him.
Which one did you just buy?
The figure art one, the one that I bought for $60.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yes.
It should be your favorite if it costs $60.
Yeah.
Do you ever go like on eBay and like buy stuff, or is it just like buying in the stores?
I get on there and check prices once in a while, but you know how eBay is. It's
Yeah.
like ridiculously expensive.
For sure. I'm sitting here looking for my phone. I forgot that I was doing the Instagram live thing.
So, if you had enough money to buy one figure, what would you buy?
What's your holy grail?
Yeah.
Do you have a holy grail?
Holy Grail. Jeez, I don't know. That's a hard one.
You should buy the ones that they're the Ninja Turtle ones that are the
Yes.
Comic-Con ones that's coming out here soon.
$200 for that set. Well, I've always been a big Power Rangers fan.
Yeah.
And,
Did you guys see the new one?
the new Power Rangers movie?
Yeah.
I have not yet.
Okay.
There's
terrible.
I get those big robots too, like from the show.
Oh,
So I have a few of those too.
Megazord?
Yes.
Ah, I knew one.
How did you get that quicker than me?
I knew that.
And they just
I used to love Power
well, I guess it's been
Rangers.
out for a year or two now, but it's the Thunder Megazord. They redid it to where it's all like, but it's like $199 at Toys R Us.
It's kind of crazy how much some of these toys are now. They didn't used to be that expensive, but they didn't used to be like the collector figures, really. They were always just action figures that were like intended to be played with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now people actually like don't really play with them, and they
No,
actually
it's a collection thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that I'm looking at is it's a legacy line, which is basically geared for like adult collectors. Like
Yeah.
even on the box, it says like 15 plus.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
Nobody
like
reads
those.
things. Nobody cares
Well,
about
I mean,
age restrictions.
you can buy them if you're 5 or 10 or whatever, but
But it's not
you want 'em-
recommended.
yes,
Yeah.
if you want them to last and not
Yeah.
be thrown across the room, then you're
Yeah.
gonna want to wait till you're 15 or older.
Not even like 14. I feel like
Okay, 14 is probably a
14,
good.
like
Do you
You
buy a
won't
ton of
throw
action
'em?
figures for your kid?
He's not really into them.
He's not into them. What the heck? What are you doing?
He is.
Oh, well, that's more money for you to spend on figures for you.
yeah.
Oh, I spend plenty of money on him.
Yeah.
He's a little bit spoiled, but
See, if he
He
liked the
likes-
figures, then you could be like, oh, I'm buying these for him, but
Yeah.
they can really be for you.
usually it's
I mean,
like,
that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
okay. I'll buy you this car, and then while we're here, I'll get this.
Yeah. What kind of toys is he into?
Mostly cars.
Okay.
He likes Hot Wheels. He likes the cars, movie cars, trains. Like he loves Thomas the Tank Engine. He's 7,
Right on.
so
You've got some Hot Wheels too, as well, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. You bought me a Hot Wheels once. I got up on my shelf. I have a Simpsons car Hot Wheel.
Yeah.
it's on the package.
Taggart
Have
bought
you
for
guys
me.
seen the...
Now, are you gonna keep that in the package and keep its mint value, or are you gonna?
I'm keeping it in the package.
Yeah.
That one I am. It looks really cool like
have
that.
you guys seen the? I think it was a while ago, but have you guys seen the Wonder Woman one for the Invisible Jet?
You're joking,
It's just a blank box.
Yes, I have seen that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just
funny,
a
I haven't
blank
seen that.
box, and it's just the Invisible Jet. It's just nothing's in the box.
That's
It's
awesome.
really funny.
I saw one that was some of these companies, they're starting to like kind of remake like these little like 4-inch like action figures like from the 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's this one company that's been doing like different horror movies and stuff. And they released a figure of the movie The Fog that was a horror movie in the 80s. And it's a action figure of the fog. So like where the action figure goes, it's just like some cotton that just looks like fog. And that's what the figure is.
that
I think it's
the-
awesome.
I don't think it is, but isn't it the movie where like the guy's in the car and he like thinks that everybody's gonna die, but then there's actually like help right behind him or something?
I don't
No,
remember.
it's
I
not.
don't think
No.
so.
Okay.
I did buy Noah his first action figure a couple weeks ago. He wanted that Voltron, that new Voltron.
No.
I didn't know
Yeah.
there was a new Voltron.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
really good. It's got 2 seasons now. It's really good. You should check it out.
I had absolutely no idea that was even
Did
a thing.
you used to watch Voltron?
I did. When I was a kid, I watched Voltron, yeah. I think I had Voltron toys when I was a kid, too. I'm pretty sure I had, like, the whole line of them.
You can, yeah, they redid the lions, and they got the little action figures about this big, and it's got little swords slashing action and all that stuff.
Right on.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, man. I like that action figures and stuff like that are such
Still
a big thing now.
Yeah.
But they're just so expensive. Like wrestling figures and stuff. Like when I was a kid, obviously I understand the stuff's going to be more expensive now. It is what it is. Obviously I understand that. But the difference is crazy. Like, I mean, wrestling figures were like $5 when I was a kid. And the little Hasbro ones that were, I still think they're way better than the ones they have now. And they were $5. And now, like, they do some of these ones with the wrestling figures that are like the special ones of like, you know, this is the Ultimate Warrior from WrestleMania 6 or something. And they're like $25 figures. And like, that's just too much. And they don't look
But
great.
like-
Wrestling figures specifically, like, I don't know, something, they don't always look as good as I feel they should. You know what I mean?
I have the one of Sting that's like the signature collection or something.
Yeah,
where he's got
yeah,
the
yeah.
trench coat and the bat.
Yeah.
He's in that big box.
And that thing was probably like $25, right?
Yeah.
That's too much. Well, all right, man. We thank you. Oh, you got one more. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I also have like a good collection of like wrestling figures. I
Yeah.
have like a whole entire box of them. When did I get them? I got them for my birthday from Dave, right?
Dave gave you his old wrestling figure
Which was
collection.
a big
Yes.
box, and it was all oldies.
Yeah.
So, but I did know lots of them.
Yeah.
And then at one point now, like, because my room's trashed, now there's some like UFC fighters in there, like those big ones that like don't actually move. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then there's like actual UFC, like the ones that you can play with.
Yeah.
Like that's.
You probably don't even remember it. Before you even got into wrestling, you liked watching UFC with us, and you loved getting those UFC action figures.
Yeah, I still I don't watch UFC, but I still care for it. Like for the games, I'll play the games of them. So.
Well, you liked it enough that you wanted the action figures of them at one point.
I bought you a Bray Wyatt a year or two ago for your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yep. I love wrestling figures. Wrestling figures is what I had the most of when I was a kid. I mean, I had all of them
Did
when
you
I was a
play
kid.
with them?
Oh yeah. I mean, I constructed like big pay-per-views out of my wrestling figures, and I was full
You did that
on.
with me and Tyler a couple times. Like you had a.
I tried to get
paper.
you guys into doing that kind of stuff because that was like one of my
It's
favorite
like-
things from my childhood, and I tried to get you guys into doing it. Like, you know, you should have champions, you should do this and that, and like you never really just got into it. So I was like, whatever, no big deal. All right, are we good?
I guess so.
All right, well, thank you, Brian. See, that don't even
Taggart.
sound right. It sounds terrible. Thanks, Taggart, for doing the show with us, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Okay, well that's it for this episode of Howdy The Next Generation. It was very fun speaking with Taggart, or Brian as we do not call him. We call him Taggart. And was it fun, Dad?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We'll do it again next week.
Yeah. See you guys.
Hey, I forgot to say somewhere in the episode, so I'm just tacking it on the end here. Congrats to my old Howdy Inc. buddy, Scott Lameness, Garbage Bin. He had a kid, so I just wanted to say congrats,
Oh,
man.
he's lameness?
Yeah, Lameness.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's Lameness. Lameness had a kid. Garbage Bin. One time, Garbage Bin and Howdy had a kid.
What? Okay. Nope, okay. Let's get off of this
It
topic.
was a classic moment on the old, one of the old message boards. But anyway, congrats, man.
No.